Testing. Okay, so we should be hopefully live on YouTube. Yep, we're going live on Facebook. Okay, alright guys. Hopefully you guys can hear me, and we've got a good internet this time around. So yeah, if you can hear me, if you could just say, "Hey, I can hear you," or loud and clear. If you're on watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So I'm trying to build my YouTube channel up again, and click that notification bell, because then that'll notify you when I add new videos. So so this week is week 12 of IPIS, and this is just a continuation of the weeks that I've done. In week 1, let's see, so if you can hear me, just say hello. I'm pretty sure the sound should be coming through pretty good. Week 1, I am 523, week 2, 776, week 3, 2700, week 4, 5800, week 5, 3800, week 6, 3600, week 7, 4600, week 8, 66, and then I had 2 weeks there for which I split the balance, because the 1 week we didn't get our coins till the next week, so I just did both of those weeks together, and it was just over 14,000 for 2 weeks. So I just split it in half, making them 7,151 each. And then last week it was 1,563, and I explained that the drop between sharp drop between week 10 and week 11 was because 2 of the coins that we did, one of them did a coin swap, one was a hard fork, so which is pretty much the same thing. And week 12, this is this week's 12. So Muhammad, how you going? So hopefully you can hear me. So this is my 12th week. So Mario says, "Hi, hello, can you explain IPIS?" Yep, definitely, Mario. I'll do that right now. So just go to IPIS.online and you can join up. Okay, so that's IPIS online, and then you can use a coupon code which is going to give you 5% off, and that is NGGavin. Alright, type that in, you get $50 off. So you can pay a Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bcash, or Dash. Okay, so this is ICO Gold Rush. Okay, what it basically is we earn money through what they call masternodes. Okay, so this is the sales page. If you go to IPIS.online, you'll see it all. You'll see the testimonials. Watch this video how it works. Gives you an explanation of how it works. Okay, these are testimonials, what you get, the cost, blah 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 blah. But in a nutshell, basically what happens is, when you've got, we're talking about crypto, right? So the money is earned through crypto rewards, and how more and more of these coins, crypto coins, are going. They're moving away from proof of work, which is, you've seen those Bitcoin mining machines. Okay, you probably been in this space, and you're buying Bitcoin contracts. Okay, so Bitcoin mining contracts. All right, so what they basically are is a company like Genesis Mining will go out and buy a whole bunch of these Antminer machines, and they're Bitcoin ant mining machines, and then they'll set this all up for you, and then they'll split this up into like seats, if you want to call it, or hash power, and then you can buy into this hash power. So you don't have to actually you don't have to actually buy the machine yourself physically. They will set all this up for you, and you're buying the hash rate that it produces, that they're selling. Okay, and then that hash rate is going to produce you so much Bitcoin per day. Now, the way that Bitcoin mining is, it's called proof of work. So these machines, they do this complex. They run this complex algorithm, which I guess you could call deciphers the code. So then each transaction is verified from, say, Bob to Jane, and Jane is the recipient of the money, whereas then Bob can't send it to Dan, he can't send it to Tracy, and he can't send it to Sarah. He can only send it to Jane, and that's what happens in the blockchain. It goes verified on the blockchain, and this machine called an antminer does the work for you, and it does all the complex code. And it involves electricity and all this sort of stuff. So long story short, without going further into it, this is what you call proof of work. So the validation of the sending, or whatever actual job that has to be done. Well, if it's mining, the validation that it's sent from Tom to Jane, and only from Tom to Jane. So Tom sends $100, and Jane will receive $100 throughout the it goes through cyberspace. These machines will do it, and that's called proof of work. Now they're moving away from proof of work because it costs so much money, so much electricity, and now what they're doing is they're doing proof of stake, which is staking coins, and also what they call masternodes. Now, proof of stake is just another way to still end up with the same result, but without using machines and electricity. Okay, it's called what they call proof of stake, and most of these coins now are going to go to proof of stake. Now, what the other component of it is masternodes. So you don't have to get exactly everything what I'm saying. You just have to know that it works, okay? And then what happens with masternodes is a network of computers, right? And there's hundreds, possibly thousands of these computers all over the world, which secure the transactions, and not necessarily do the mining side of it, but they also do other jobs that the network needs to be done for it to reach consensus, for it to do voting. There's all the other special things that a masternode needs to be done, and the reason why they set up masternodes is because instead of them doing it themselves and spending a lot of money and spending thousands and thousands of dollars to do it, what they do is they allow people to get XYZ amount of coins. So if it's say you need to buy 1,000 coins, and then you can then host those coins onto a VPS, and then that VPS server, a virtual private server, will do its thing. So then it'll do its job, and you get paid a reward for it. So essentially, what they're doing is they're basically outsourcing the tasks, and they're paying you a reward for outgoing that expense of you for setting it up, maintaining it, and for you to make sure that basically the network runs securely, and everything works. All right, so they're going to pay you like a commission, or like a daily pay, and they're going to pay you in rewards or coins. All right, so then the whole network will run securely. But here's the problem: for the average Joe to do this, I mean, this has been going since 2015. This is a way to earn passive income, but the reason why most people don't know what it is because they just don't know what it is. They don't have the right information. So this is how we earn our passive income. But the problem is, like I said before, people don't have the expertise to set up a masternode. Sometimes masternodes can cost tens and thousands of dollars. Some of them cost hundreds and thousands of dollars. And it's just not feasible for the average Joe to set this up and earn a passive income. First of all, the outlay is out of reach. People don't have tens and thousands, let alone hundreds and thousands of dollars. And secondly, they don't have the personal or the technical expertise to set all this up, because it takes quite a bit of you know, you need to be quite proficient in Linux, and you need to know how coding works, and you need to know how to set all this up. Then you have to maintain it. So they're the roadblocks that we've overcome. And now what we do in IPIS, we have a team that runs all this for us, and we pay them a 5% fee out of our profits. And what will happen is they'll set all this, they'll set up the masternode for you, but what we do is we pool our funds. So in other words, you can buy seats for as little as $100, and then you can start earning once the masternode is set up. We pool our money together, say, you know, 50 to 100 investors. We all pay our $100 or $200, or you can buy as many seats as you want. You don't have to worry about any of the technical side of it. You don't have to worry about how it runs. You don't have to worry about maintaining it. All you have to worry about is paying your seats, and then you will get a percentage back on the seat that you purchased. For example, if there was 100 seats per masternode, and you bought 10 seats, then you would get 10% of the total rewards of that particular masternode for that week. So we get paid every Monday. So for example, if that particular masternode, let's call it XYZ masternode, you spent you know, X amount of money to get 10% of those seats, and if it produced $1,000 for that week, well, then obviously you would get 10% of that. You would get $100 of that. Now that's just one masternode. You can have we have about 10 going at the about 10 masternodes going at now. So, you know, you can get multiple payments from multiple masternodes, and this runs completely on autopilot. There's nothing for you to do. It runs pretty much passively. The only work you got to do is set up the wallet and then cash out. So you don't need to know all the ins and outs of how the actual masternodes work, because it's done for you. Okay? So let me repeat that. You don't need to know the ins and outs of how it works. It's good to know an overview, but you don't need to know the ins and outs of it, because it is all done for you. This is a done for you system. All right? And all you need to know is how to set up your wallet. We've got trainings and webinars for it. Set up your wallet, pay your money for the seats, for whatever you can afford, because this is a risk. So always do due diligence. We have the information there to research before you go into it. Come on the live streams and ask us what is a good strategy, which we talk about every week. And then once you say purchased a $100 seat, you'll get whatever that percentage seat returns for that week, and then that goes into your wallet. That's it. That's all you need to know, and the team does the rest. So I hope that explains it, Mario. If you want some more information, just go to IPISonline.com and you will see it. Okay, now there was a lot of people when I first talked about it, and we kept a tight lid on it for a while. And obviously people were skeptical, which is the normal thing online, because there's so many scams online, and then when they actually see a legit opportunity, they pass it by. But if you do your research on masternodes, you know that masternodes have been around since 2015. The most recognized one is Dash masternode, and most of these new masternode coins are either a fork of Dash or a fork of PivX, and they seem to be the most stable ones. So they're basically forking off a Dash or a masternode coin, and then changing the supply and the few other parameters within it to create their own coin, and then create a business around that. And the ones that we like to look for, the ones that actually have a good use case for the community, and it actually does something. And there's a couple of them really good ones at the moment, and they're the ones that we're doing. Okay, so every week there's new masternodes. You can decide with you how many you want to spend, how much you want to get into. It's up to you. Okay, so hopefully that'll explain it a little bit more. Now getting back to my results. Now week 10 and week 11, the reason why we've got this big fluctuation again it's been a big drop here because I had two of my coins that were my biggest earners. One of them did CoinSwap, and one of them did a hard fork. Okay, so with these coins, they have to hard fork to change. Actually, one of them, some malicious, some bad actors came in and exploited the holes in one of the wallets, and they're able to take 200,000 coins from this particular masternode. So what they did is they didn't want anything to do with those people, so they hard forked it and basically just created a new coin from the old one, and that's why this other particular one, which was my biggest earner, it just came offline. And we were still earning rewards, but we just it just came off the exchanges. So that did two things. That dropped the price because people panicked, that didn't understand the project, and then they panic sold and they got out, which forced the price to go down. So basically the price of it halved. And then also, what happens is these masternodes, over a certain period of time, they'll halve the rewards. All right, and which may seem like a thing that you're going to get less rewards, but it also is for longevity of the actual coin. So that can also, for long term, it's better. And what it also did was it did a halve the rewards, and it halved the coins when people panicked. So two major things happened in that week, and this did it for two coins. Okay. Actually, one was just a coin swap, and then the rewards went down because it stopped running. But then that one's coming back up and running. We just done the coin swap for one of them, and then the other one, which was my biggest one, that's going to come online soon once they do the hard fork. So these things do happen. If the coin, if it's hacked or maliciously attacked by bad actors, what will happen is they'll essentially change it and make it better. And to do that, they need to hard fork it. So they basically just cut off and then start a new coin with the information from that last one to make the new one, and then you have to do a coin swap. And so it's kind of that's why it's really important to have a group, so then we know exactly what to do. Now this doesn't happen that often, but it can happen. It just happens that two of the best coins that I had, they just happened to do it at the same time. Now that's why you've seen this drop in income. But once they get back up and running, this income's going to go back up again. So sometimes when they do changes, it's for the good reason. It's just that people are impatient, and they don't understand that this is crypto. This is what can happen, and they panic sell, forcing the price down. So you just gotta know that when you get into this stuff, that it's a long-term hold. It's not a get rich quick. All right, so it's definitely not a get rich quick. But the way what we're going with masternodes, we're doing great with it, and it's a long-term strategy. So basically, there's apart from just setting up your wallet and cashing out, there's nothing else to do except just keep in touch with the information that we have on webinars every week, and then we let you guys know what's happening, and then you can then if there's a wallet update or there's some sort of update that needs to be done, then this is why we've got the community, because it's very important that you have some sort of community there, and that's why we've got such great community support. We've got live support, we've got weekly webinars. This is all very important. Okay, so just put my code. So this is just logging into my blockchain. So again, this week has been down a little bit, and again, this is also because of the Bitcoin price has gone down quite a bit. So last week it was up to 7.6, and then now this week's it's 6.4 the other day. So that's also influenced the price of this payout. So 14.83.31, 14.83.31, 14.83.31. So that's basically my week 12, 1,400, about nearly 1,500 bucks. But I'm thinking next week's going to be a good week because those two coins are going to be, well, one of them's going to be coming back definitely, but the other one maybe could take another week or not, maybe in a little bit more. But I think I'll start to see my earnings go back up. I just don't know how much. And also I've got into 2 new coins as well, so they're going to start earning me this week as well. So this should go up. I just don't know how much. I don't think it'll be back up to 7,000 again. I think it'll be, it should be going back up next week, and then the week after that it'll go back up again once my best coin gets back up and running. So sometimes these things are a bit of a nuisance because they interrupt your weekly, but keep it in mind too, these changes happen for a reason. So then that particular coin can get better, and it just has to happen at some point in time. It's just that people are impatient and they get pissed off and they don't understand that for things to improve they've got to change, and that's what happens. They need to hard fork it. Okay, that's just how it works with these coins. So what I'm doing is I'm just totaling up my average week, and again, you need to look at this on a you don't look at this day by day, you look at this month by month pretty much. You shouldn't even be thinking about if this is a long-term thing, you know what I mean? Of course, what you do is every week, if it goes up or down, then you analyze it and think, hey, can you do it better? But there's some things that, like BTC, these wallet upgrades, hard fork, these things happen and they're just out of your control sometimes. So total over the 12 weeks, I made $46,069. Let's just say it's 46,000, and then divide it out by 12. So I'm still averaging 3,800 per week. Okay, I'm still averaging 3,800 per week, and that's the way you're going to look at it. You're going to get weeks that go up, you're going to have weeks that go down. Okay, but the most important thing is when you average it out, okay, that's what you got to do. You got to look at it long term, because it's going to go up, it's going to go down, because Bitcoin's going to go up, it's going to go down. There's going to be hard forks, soft forks. There's going to be people trying to hack other people's coins. Some coins are going to just run off and just go explode and be like home runs, and then some coins are going to die. So what we teach in IPIS, we teach a strategy where you diversify. Don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. Just follow the strategy, and that is buy a couple of seats every week and then compound. That is as simple and as plain as I can put it. All right, that's all you got to do. So there's new coins that come on every week. Just buy a couple of seats in each one. You don't know which ones are going to go off. Just like we did ICOs. We analyzed it, we looked at it, pros and cons, the team, the token supply, blah, 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 blah. And at the end of the day, there were some ones that were great, some of them, and most of them didn't do that well. But the ones that were real great, we made a lot of money from. That's the same thing with this. Okay, you don't know which one. That's why you diversify and you go in multiple. Okay, so Mario says, paying IPS doesn't include paying for the masternodes like an investment. You get profits. $1,099 gets you into the course. You get the step by step. You get the support, live support, and you get the weekly webinars, as well as you get the ICO Gold Rush course as well. Okay, you get pretty much just a one-time deal, and you'll get the coins already chosen for you, and you get to decide whether you want to go in them or not. There's nothing. The only thing you need to decide is if you want to do it or not, and you do your due diligence. All right. You don't have to go into every coin. There's some that you'll pass on, and that's fine. There's no one's looking over your shoulder and saying you have to do this, you have to do this. In fact, I've passed on a couple that I just wasn't confident about, and then I put a little bit more in other ones which I felt confident about. So it's totally up to you, but this is the whole point of the community, and this is pretty much the deal breaker. Is if you try to do this by yourself, you're going to get lost. You're going to run into hurdles. You're not going to know how to do coins. You're going to get lose focus. And I've seen it time and time and time and again. And when people ask me, oh, but it's $1,099. We have ongoing live support until you succeed. So think about a live person has to physically help you. If you don't know how to do it in your computer, they need to get into your computer. Right, and that costs money. That's time that someone has to physically hold your hand and say, this is how you do it. Okay, go into your computer, fix up the files that need to be fixed up, and so then everything runs properly. Okay, and that costs time and it costs money. Now this is lifetime support, as well as everything else, and that's why the price is $1,099, because we've got all the pieces in place to make sure that you succeed. It's not for people that are got $10 to their name. It's not for people that have got $100 to their name. We want the people that are serious, that are willing to invest, that have $1,099 to get in, which will give you all the resources and support that you ever need. Plus, you will know which coins to get into. So think about, if you get into one coin and it ends up being, very profitable over the next 2 or 3 years, what's that worth to you? Some coins, some people are averaging anywhere from 10% per week. And again, this is their own results. I'm not guaranteeing that you're going to get your same results as you. But compared to mining, this blows mining out of the water. Okay? And again, we teach you a safe strategy. Just diversify. Don't get greedy. Be patient. Okay? And we roll out new coins every week. We have a great community of nearly 400 people. So everything's in place for you to help you to move forward. And that's the main thing. We're finding a lot of people struggling because they get off track. They don't know. They run into obstacles. They just throw their hands up in the air and go, I don't know how to do it. I'll just move on to the next thing. That's what generally happens. But when you've got people there to help you, get you through these issues, then that's when you move forward, and that's when you start earning money. All right. So hopefully that has helped you answer your questions a little bit, Mario. And we've got quite a few members in now, which is pretty good. Again, just go to the sales page here, read the information, and you'll get a gist of what it is. Again, you don't need to know how everything works. All right. Just know that it works. It's done for you, and you just need to set up a few things. And then you need to invest in and buy as many seats as you want, or buy as little as many seats as you want. That's totally up to you. Seats are around about $100. That's all you need to know. And then Monday, you get paid. Every Monday, you get paid. All right, that's it. Simple. So that's my weekly wrap up for week 12. Again, profits a little bit down, but like I said, again, this is long haul, right? This is not get rich quick stuff that we've seen on the internet, which we all know stops paying. This is long term hold, I'm still averaging 3,800 per week. Some weeks are up, some weeks are down, but that's okay. Every week we get paid. So with that said, for more information, check out IPIS.online, 5% code, use NGGavin on the checkout. There's a coupon window when you check out, and you get 5% off the price. So it only costs you $1,044 or $1,045, whatever. Get into the community and start making it happen. You know, follow something that actually really works, and you don't need to recruit with this because the rewards come from the masternodes. Okay, there's no recruiting in this. And also, as a bonus, if you want to, once you start seeing results, which I know you will if you follow the plan, if you refer people, you get 50%. So let's just say it's $1,099, you get $549.50 per sale if you refer your friends. Now that's just an extra thing. You don't have to do it, but people in this group are now doing, you know, picking up the odd 1 or 2 sales per week, and there's an extra $1,000. And what they're doing is they're using that money to buy more seats because they want to grow their weekly income faster. So there's another option too. All right, you need to become a paid member first before you can become an affiliate. So they're my results. Thanks for tuning in. I don't really have that many people on YouTube, but I am still building. On the website, some people have invested only $450. Is that true? That's probably the, I'm not sure. That's, hang on, let me have a look. Yeah, that could be, yeah. Well, Hank invested $500 when he first started. Yep, Anthony. Yep, it's exactly right. They invested little when they first started, and they got into a couple of really good ones. So it can happen. I'm not promising it'll happen for you, but don't base your results off these people. This is their results. Okay, it is possible, but don't think that you're going to come into $500 and make, you know, $10,000 next week. It's not going to happen, but it can happen if you pick the right coins. All right. So what we do is we have a diversification strategy that instead of, you know, putting $500 into one coin, what you're better off doing is putting $500 into 5 coins. Okay. This is all the strategy that we talk about every week in our webinars, and we discuss it in our Slack group, and we discuss it in our Discord group as well. So we've got multiple groups there to help you, as well as what we got now is, actually I'll show you this. This is really cool, guys. What we've just created for our group is this support search engine. All right, so this is created by our programmer Garth, and what this basically does is it's a search engine within our site for support. Okay, so when you come here and you just go to support, which is up the top here, top right. Okay, so the ICO Gold Rush and the IPIS, it's the same. It's 2 products, you get the same. Okay, so when you buy IPIS, you also get ICO Gold Rush. Okay, and vice versa. It's only $1,099. Use a coupon, you get $50 off. So if you go here to support up top here, okay, this is a search engine we just created within our system. All right, and what this basically does is you come here and you type in your query, and you type in you know, whatever problem you're having with. So let's just say, how do I find my payment? Okay, so then what it'll do is it'll go out and search all these different videos, okay? And we're constantly adding new videos. So this is the support thing where you just go there and type in, and we've made actual videos, over the shoulder videos. And I think at the moment there's about 10 videos in there, 10 or 15 videos. I think Garth added another 2 or 3 today, and I'm adding videos, and also the group can add videos as well. You know, members can add videos as well. They just send us the videos, and we put it in this database. So then, if you're having an issue, you can just go to this support tab, type in your problem, and there'll be a video already made up for you over the shoulder. So then you can then fix the problem straight away. And then if you can't fix it, then what we do is we have live support as well during the week, okay? And if you still need more help, then you can come on the webinars and talk face to face. With the live support, that's also face to face as well, okay? That can be done through one of the softwares we use, or we can done through Skype. All right, so everything is here to help you, and we're actually really excited about this support search engine, because we're going to add so many. Like, you know, we'll end up having hundreds of videos over the next couple of years into this database, and people can just go in there, type it in, and get their problem solved. So it takes a lot of pressure off us. If they can't find it there, then they can inquire further with live support. So we're trying to find ways to streamline everything, so everything runs smoothly, and then we can help more people. So how much do you make? You get how much you put in? My results will be different, because I bought many different seats of multiple different coins. But I put in initially, my total seed that I put in is 22,000. That's what I put in, and that's what it produced. I mean, then again, it has fluctuated, but then again, I bought different coins at different times as well. So the actual new coins that we've got coming up are quite good. They're more they're less high risk. Some of them are high risk, some of them are low risk. But we try to do a kind of like a combination, because then you still got, you know, ones that you can make a little bit faster on, and then you got the ones that are more stable there to back you up as well. So to actually say you'll earn, through 3,800, it's impossible to say, because you'll be coming in, you're buying coins that have already been closed off. Because every week we have masternode coins, and they run for about a week, sometimes 2 weeks. Then we close them off, and then we bring a new batch. So those ones that I've earned from these amounts, 2,700, 5,800, these coins won't be available to you because they've already closed off. Okay, so that's why the results will always be different from each person, because every person buys whatever seats they want for that particular coin. Some coins have already closed. New people are coming on. They can't access the other coins because they've already finished, and maybe they'll reopen later on down the track. So that's why every week we bring on new coins to diversify your portfolio. But certainly you can get those results. It's just going to take time. And if you don't have, 20 grand, then you're just going to have to start small, like most people did, and start off with $500, $1,000, and then just keep on compounding as you diversify. You buy many seats over many coins. You don't put all your eggs in one basket. You diversify it. So to do this, you have to be patient, and you have to buy coins, seats every week, and not put everything in just one coin. All right. If you do that, you put yourself at risk. So we try to teach you the best strategy to make sure that you're successful at this. But this is a long-term play. If you're coming into this thinking you're going to get rich overnight, I mean, if you've got, if you want to drop 50 or 100 G's in this, yeah, you'll get up to, you'll probably be making, I don't know, 10,000 a week very, very fast. That's possible, right? But most people won't do that, because they just don't have that type of capital lying around. But there are people out there that do have that money. All right. So if you do have that, if you do have a spare $5,000, $10,000, why not try masternodes? Because right now, this is the future of earning passive income online, in my opinion. Again, just everyone's different. You know, not everyone's comes in at every person's risk tolerance is different. Okay, some people put a lot more money in, some people put less. That's totally up to you, and that is fine. No biggie. So, thanks for tuning in. I know this webinar has actually been quite longer than I actually thought, but thanks for the questions anyway, Mario. It's good that I could kind of explain that for you as well as for everyone else that's watching. I know there's a lot of people out there that do watch that still haven't jumped on. There's some skeptical people out there as well, and that's fine. You know, it's okay to be skeptical, just don't be cynical. Okay, open your mind. Even though there's a lot of scams out there that have happened in the past. You know, I don't need to name the names. We all know what they are, and that has once bitten, twice shy of some people. You know, they just don't believe that it's possible online to earn money anymore because of these so-called scams. But when an opportunity like this comes along where you actually are in control of your own investing and you just invest what you can afford and there's no recruiting and the rewards come from crypto, not from you having to recruit people, you know, it's a game changer. So with that said, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your questions. Appreciate it. And hope to see you in IPIS online. Look forward to helping you in the future. We've got everything here set up to make sure that you're successful. You just need to take the action and be consistent with it. And we're here to make sure that happens and boot you up the ass if you're not. Because I've been doing a lot of that lately and I'm quite happy to do it. And when I see people, you know, making money and smiles on their faces, it's all worth it. So with that said, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next live stream.